Welcome to the final part 4 of this series, What's It Really Like Living in Italy? Here, we cover the last 3 key considerations, items 10 to 12, based on the work and life balance to strive for, and experience in this fascinating country. Before we get stuck in, do you fancy an ongoing collection of news, reports, resources and courses on living in Italy? It's so easy. Just take a quick moment to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll never miss out again. Previously, we covered the social aspects of living in Italy, and the requirement to make an effort to move out of your comfort zone by meeting local people, whilst learning the Italian language, and communicating in a practical way. We also covered how to enjoy the food and wine by taking time out to consciously appreciate the abundance of all that good food and wine at your disposal. Then, we highlighted how the weather can be unpredictable at times, owing to the physical makeup of the country's geography. And to keep in line with the theme of what it's really like living in Italy, we highlighted some of the dirty and ugly sides of life there. Now, we'll cover what a typical working day and weekend looks and feels like, together with a summary of how the Italian economy could impact on your lifestyle. Let's face it, you'll want to enjoy La Dolce Vita to the full, so being aware of how to adapt to Italy's cultures and customs as quickly as possible should help you to settle into your new way of life as quickly as possible, whilst banishing any homesickness blues at the same time. Okay, so the saying, when in Rome do as the Romans do, is very appropriate. Not necessarily because Rome is in Italy, but because it's really saying that when you're in a different country or city, do or live as the locals do, in terms of their culture and way of living. Some aspects of living in Italy are easy to adapt to, whereas others will take a lot longer to getting used to. Here's those last 3 considerations on living in Italy. Take, for example, the humble working day. Number 10. The working day. The 9-to-5 working day doesn't exist in Italy. It's more like a 9-to-1, with a 3-hour lunch break, followed by a 4-to-7 or thereabouts working day. You'll get used to it after a while. Number 11, Sundays. Italy is a staunchly Roman Catholic country, and religion is held in a much higher esteem than in the UK and other countries. Therefore, in the smaller towns and villages don't expect to see any shops, bars and restaurants open. If you do, it'll be the exception rather than the norm. Sunday is a day for relaxation, and you will see many Italian families enjoying a traditional Sunday afternoon walk, known as passeggiata. Here's a tip: if you're struggling to find anything to do on a Sunday, pop into a local hotel and ask the concierge for some ideas and suggestions on what to see, do, and visit, and don't forget to ask in Italian. Number 12, the economy. Italy has a high level of unemployment, and this can be reflected in the difficulty you might experience when applying for a working visa. Many of the top Italian professionals such as doctors, lawyers and accountants live and work overseas partly as a consequence of the struggling Italian economy, and because of their higher tax rates. Tax evasion is perceived as being a national sport, and coupled with the strong cash-driven society, you can now start to understand how their economy may not be based on particularly strong foundations. Throw in a tax system that means your overall tax liability can work out more than in your home country. Living in Italy can put pressure on your finances that you may not have considered before. It'll be worth engaging a tax accountant in your home country to minimize your overall tax liabilities, including in Italy. Remember, there is absolutely nothing wrong with organizing your finances to minimize and legally avoid paying taxes. This is not the same as trying to illegally evade paying tax. If you're still not sure of the difference, then you definitely need to book that appointment with your local tax accountant. I hope you find all of this content as something being on a more practical level when it comes to enjoying La Dolce Vita. Let's face it, nothing is ever plain sailing, and you'll have many challenges in getting to grips with spending time in Italy. But it's your time, and you have a choice as to whether you're going to embrace and be grateful for what is a great time and opportunity in your life, or you're going to let it get you down, moan and, generally, be miserable. I think I know which frame of mind you'd prefer to adopt. We've now come to the end of this series of What's It Really Like Living in Italy. Check out further videos on the Expat Essentials for Italy YouTube channel for more news, reports, resources and courses. Please like, share and subscribe, and have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ciao for now.